Without warning, between the 20th and the 22nd of November, the Iranian regime launched military attacks on Iraqi sovereign territory using drones and rockets. The current Iranian government has even admitted that these strikes had inflicted heavy damage to the cities of that region. Attacking the offices of a political party based in another country is an act of foreign intervention that needs to be widely condemned by all countries, states, and members of the current Iranian government with a conscience. It is intolerable that these acts of destruction are violent and intended to weaken the wider region, an event which will provoke unfortunate consequences for all. These attacks are unlawful, indiscriminate, and should be immediately halted to prevent further civilian deaths. Public institutions, such as schools and hospitals, are put at risk by such attacks, which also have direct, grave consequences for the local population. Iran's attempted to justify these violent attacks, but that is just a falsity designed to distract from their crimes. Today, it is time to recognise the recent record of the Iranian regime. During the 2019 protests, 1,500 people were killed by security forces. In 2020, Flight 752 of the Ukraine International Airlines was shot down. Over the last decade, Iran has promoted violence by trading weapons with military groups and states with no consideration for human rights. In Iraq, in Syria, in Yemen, these track records do not lie. None of these actions are defensible, and a vague labelling of anyone critical of the current government of Iran as a terrorist is thinly veiled threats to suppress the voices of the people both inside and outside of the territory it controls. Geneva International Centre for Justice strongly condemns the Iranians' violent interventions in Iraq and other countries of that region. We recall that indiscriminate attacks are illegal and place civilians at risk, violate sovereignty, and threaten further violence in a region that has already suffered so much. Today, the international community must rise to stop the Iranian regime for crimes committed internally against its own population or internationally. Iranian human rights violations must be stopped. Today, we recognise the Iranian struggle and join our voices to theirs.